You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Welcome to the Doug Bellcast. And now, here is your host, the star of Ring My Bell, Doug Bell. Hey, I have to cut the opening. Hey, it's time for a Bellcast evening edition. It's funny. I talked to Quinny not long ago, and we were rapping, just boom, boom, back and forth, rapping about the city, how it's changed, and he told me a story about Kate Winslet, where he was in like this bodega, and I don't know what he's doing. He's in there. He's buying some powdered milk. I'm not sure what he was doing. He's buying a couple products. You know, he might have maybe some cat litter, maybe something. And Kate Winslet was in there. So he goes, I'm checking her out. I'm like, would you walk up to her? Because that's what I do. I just walk right up. Doug Bell, damn glad to meet you. Anyway, he says, no, I just kind of hung back and blah, blah, blah. And I think he thought he was going to be like all handsome with her. And I think he said something like he tried to say hello. And she had like a gallon of milk. And she took the milk and she's like smashed it against the side of his face. And like the milk broke open and kind of gave him like a concussion. He was going to sue her. That's what I heard. I don't remember, but it was something like that. Like he was doing that. And so she smashed him with the milk and blah, blah, blah. She had a couple of kids with her. They were all like laughing at him. And they were all yelling at him on the way out about fucking tough crowd's not coming back. Like they're yelling that stuff. It was really like rude stuff. So he tells me this. Anyway, I'm out and about the other day. I'm just kind of bouncing around, blah, blah, blah. And I walk by this Ray's famous pizza. And I always walk by, I always see something, I go, famous? How come I never heard of it? You know, it's a joke I tell the guys. They sometimes they don't even hear it, but I'll say, Ray, famous Ray, where's famous Ray? Is he out there giving autographs? I'll do that sometimes. I even did one time. I was eating a cookie. My hand to God, this is true. I'm eating a cookie, and I walk by famous Ray's famous, and I hold the cookie up, and I go, "This is a famous Amos cookie." Well, I bet you him and Ray are off gallivanting. I think I said to the guy, "They're gallivanting," you know. And he got a kick out of it. It was funny. It was a funny thing. Right, just walking around New York, just kind of getting experiences. But anyway, I was walking around to see Kate Winslet. Walking by the Ray's famous pizza palace, pizza place. She's walking by it, and I go, I walk right up. She got a couple friends with her. I walk right up, put my hand out. Good to see you, Kate. It's Doug. I do like that because sometimes she goes, I go, this is real recent. I go, come on, don't worry about it. We shake here in New York. We don't worry about COVID. I said, we shake here in New York. I shake her hand like that. And I didn't realize she had like an ice cream in her hand. I grabbed her like that, and the ice cream fell on the pavement. So I was like, I'll get you a couple bucks, just give me a sec. And her friend's like, what's going on here? I'm like, hey, simmer down, me and Kate have business. So I go, first of all, she goes, do we know each other? I go, yeah, well, you got a TV at home? I go, walk in your house, see if you got a TV, Kate. I go, you remember Ring My Bell? And she's all pretend, I live in England. She's giving me the old BS routine. So I go, like, you're not the only celeb on this block. Sweetie Pie. I called her Sweetie Pie. I go, but look, I'll give credit where it's due. I go, you were so good in Titanic. I told her that because I wanted her to know that, like, I wasn't just here to give her a hard time or to razz her. or to make her feel bad. And she had like a little dog with her, like a small little dog. And she's trying to go around, but then I just kind of start petting the dog. I go, what's the little squirt's name? She tells me, I forget his name, is Georgie or some weird name. I go, I shouldn't have said this too. I was a little cranky. I was coming down, and I go, that's a stupid name for a fucking dog, which I kind of regret. I shouldn't have said that, because she goes, what? And I go, Georgie's just a weird name. I kind of amended it as I stood up. My knees were starting to bother me. So I go, that's a weird, I said, it's funny because I was a pet owner. I used to have silverfish. Silverfish, all them legs are so cute. They crawl around. And I used to have like a silverfish farm when I was just a little squirt. I had a whole farm of like silverfish in like a fish tank. There was like 600-800 silverfish just kind of slivering. It was so cool. I would just throw in like hamburgers and stuff, and they would all swarm to it and eat it, and bread and whatever I was snacking on, I would just drop it in the cage, and the silverfish. But I was stupid. I'll admit, I didn't think they could crawl up the glass, so I didn't put a top on it. So we were always having to wrangle them. Because they would get out, they would crawl in the bed, they would crawl into the hamper, and they would be like under the rug. So I'm telling this to Kate, I'm like, never get like a silverfish farm. And she's like, but I go, by the way, I go, Quinny says hello. She goes, who? I go, Quinny. I go, and I do the impression. I go, yeah, Colin, Quinn. I do like that. I go, drinks tea with a muffin, throws the tea on the muffin. Maybe you've heard of him. Remote Control, some other projects. And she goes, oh, I'm not. I go, you were rude to Quinny. I was steamed like a vegetable. I go, I'm so mad right now. I could be a Mad Hatter. I said to her, I swear to God, I said I could be a Mad Hatter. I said, you were rude to Quinny. I said, Quinny had a thing for you. He thought you guys had like some kind of a love connection. And I go, you dissed him. I didn't know it was dissed. I said it wrong. I said, you dissed him. Which her friend goes, dissed? And I go, yeah, you were rude to Quinny. And the one woman goes, I know Colin, I know him. And I go, right? Tell her about Quinny. And she goes, I just know his name. I don't know I haven't seen him. So she kind of left me hanging. I called her the B word. I was so fucking, believe me, I was piping hot under this collar right here. Steam's coming out of it. I look like the manhole. I think I even said that to Kate. I'm like, can you see the steam coming out of my ears? I tried to lighten it up because it was getting like, So anyway, I said, don't ever disrespect Quinny again. I go, Colin's a good friend. We're compadres. I told her. And she didn't like that. She was like, all right, whatever. She got out of there. But the silverfish story, I think, got to her, especially when I told her I lost so many of them because they would just crawl out of the cage. I'd wake up sometimes, they'd be in the bed with me, and I just have to wrangle them up and put them back in, and pet them like their little legs. I like little legs tickled, they were cute. But famous women are always like, come here, Bell, bring the mic. Oh, damn, Bell, you're moving the mic. Oh, equipment malfunction. Hold on, I got a riff coming here. You see the things. Oh, look, the periscope's going down. Call the microphone company. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, fix that. Yeah, so you gotta do it like that because then you put it down there, boom, just kind of settles down. You let it simmer a second, simmer down, pock it up, boom, and then you could kind of talk into it. But I remember one time I was hanging out around a David Letterman show because I wanted to talk to him about this idea I had. I couldn't get on his show because, again, so political. He was probably like afraid that I was going to go in there and get everybody riled up. It was like a competing show, Ring My Bell. So I'm standing there one time, and Dr. Ruth is on the show, and she gets out of the car. She's yay big, it's the cutest little lady. She's yay big, I says. So she's walking up with her people, and she signed a few autographs. And I do the impression so far. I go, Dr. Ruth. I go, Dr. Ruth. I go, she did one of those. I go, Dog Bell from Sing My Bell. I start doing the impression. I go, I have a problem with my penis. I say that to her real loud. And the woman got mad because it was kids there. But I didn't see him. I was just being so funny with Dr. Ruth. I go, I have a problem with my penis. I can't find vaginas. You know, I'm doing that, like just trying to get her to talk sex on what she's signing the autographs. And she goes, that's okay. We don't need to talk sex like that. And I'm having sexual problems. And just got kind of quiet, like everybody heard me say it. I'm having, and I probably shouldn't have admitted this, but I drank a lot of cough medicine because I was sick. I'm having erectile dysfunction, I said to her. I don't know what to do. And she goes, that's a personal problem? And everybody starts laughing. And when they all started laughing, I got mad. Oh man, I was steamed like a damn sauna room. Steamed like this, believe me. Trust me, if I had a banana, everybody would have been slipping on peels. I was fuming. I was like, yeah, it is a personal problem. You didn't need to like make me feel like I think I said a bucket of turds. Yeah, make me feel like a bucket of turds in front of these people. I go, I'm Doug Bell, and there was a fan there. He goes, I used to watch Ring My Bell. He yells that to me, you know. And I go, tell her. And he looks at her and goes, I used to watch Ring My Bell. And she goes, what is this? And then I start doing, you can ring Doug's bell. I do the song. I'm trying to get the guy to sing with me, but he was with his girlfriend. He was embarrassed. He didn't want to sing. He's a little stuck up. Some fan, right? Thanks for nothing. Leave me hanging in front of fucking Dr. Ruth. But anyway, she and I, it got kind of uncomfortable because I'm like, I got a problem and I'm suing you. I shouldn't have said that. I told him to sue her for embarrassing me in front of people. And then the other guy, who was the fan who wouldn't sing, he goes, fuck Dr. Ruth. He yells the F word at her. And she looks up and she goes, let's go inside. And me and him are trying to get like a fuck Dr. Ruth. We're trying to get a chant going. But it was just me and him. And nobody else. They were like, well, shut up. They were mad at me and him. We're going, fuck Dr. Ruth, you know. I had the bell. I'm trying to like rally the troops, but it didn't happen. But that Kate Winslet really, she burned me like a lava. Oh, was I mad. But I told her that Quinny, you know, should have been treated better. And that Dr. Ruth, that's a personal problem. That's what I want to hear about your penis. Believe me, she's lucky I didn't have my, I always do that before I put the hat on. You know, get it ready, like weather it in like that. I got to go out. I'm going to have a little, gonna go out there and get myself a nice cup of Sanka. I'm tired. Sanka, even though it's decaf, it's still nice to have a nice room temperature Sanka. Maybe a little couple slices of papaya would be nice. Anyway, if you see Quinny, tell him it's all straightened out. Kate Winslet feels bad. Blah, 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 blah. He doesn't know me anything except for some money. But seriously, it's fun, but fly wild and stay gold. You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. You can ring Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell. Doug's bell. Ring Doug's bell.